Good day and welcome to the show. Today I'll be discussing three specific items. I'll give you the introduction and then I'll be reading some news from the computer and from my notes. And we will see what's going on. Like, I went to last weekend, to the New York Press Club Association, and it was very interesting. I will play some of the pieces that I recorded over there because I only took my phone. I thought it was very casual, but it was heavy duty as always. Today I'll be talking about Jack Smith and his introduction of the dismissal of Donald Trump's January 6th and federal election interference case, meaning he could be tried again in the future once Trump's term is over. Trump had faced 4 felony counts relating to fraud and obstruction of his role in scheming to overturn the 2020 presidential election. The credit is for the BBC. Then the New York Press Club, Stephen Smith interviewed Chris Leach, the former CEO of CNN. We'll be talking about lies, and lies from Republicans. How those Republican congressmen keep winning in those states where they have the highest poverty rates. Also, Matt Gaetz has stepped down from his nomination as U.S. Attorney General among allegations of sexual misconduct and some underage girls, with some underage girls. I'm the last one. That's my favorite. It's a homework. I want you to please go into Google, go into past newspapers, and I want you to do a big investigation. The first question is, who owns all the radio stations in the country? Who, like what party affiliation? I want you to investigate who owns all the radio stations. Number 2, I want you to investigate how many conservative radio shows are there. Number 3, how many progressive radio shows are there in the whole country? Number 4, how many TV stations are owned by Republicans? Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 11, Channel 13. And I'm not counting, well, you can throw in a couple of cable news shows, like we have MSNBC, supposedly is progressive, and we have Fox News. Okay, and also newspapers. Who owns all the newspapers in the United States? I was gonna say the Republic. Like in New York, we have the Daily News, we have the New York Post, we have the New York Times, and the Washington Post, I don't remember if it's based in Washington, D.C. or Washington State. But I want you to to help me, because sometimes I feel very discouraged when I'm outside and I'm speaking to people, my regular people, like my coworkers, people at MNN, when we're editing and we exchange a couple of information with each other. And to my understanding, the Washington Post is owned by a Republican, Jeff Bezos. The New York Post is a Republican, it's outright Republican. The Daily News, it posts things that happen in the city, but I couldn't tell you if it's a Republican owner or Democratic owner. Okay, let's go. I'm going to read. I'm going to credit the BBC because I have the piece over here in front of me. Judge dismisses special counsel's election case against Trump. And also, before I'm reading this, a judge is dismissing a case against a candidate for president. He has all these charges, and you remember the media. It was very biased. Kamala had no charges. She didn't break the law. Donald Trump had 91 charges in the beginning, and one of the judges reduced them to 34. They got a jury, independent. The jury was not Republican nor Democratic. They found him guilty of those charges. To my understanding, Kamala Harris didn't have any charges. A good citizen, a good moral compass to the United States, and yet when she had interviews, the media was very hard on her. Very hard, questioning her plans, questioning her vision for America. I don't know if you watch any of those interviews. When she went to Fox Lives, Breitbart, I don't remember his last name. He interviewed her. He was very cruel, very hard, very disrespectful. Every time he didn't sometimes, many times, didn't let her finish her sentences, her thoughts. She had to be struggling to keep him in check. He was extremely nasty. That doesn't make good reporting. It's not a good exercise of journalism when you don't let the other person express their thoughts and to talk clearly. With all this said, let me go because when you talk about balances and you talk about telling the truth, we don't have the best media in the world. Many countries make fun of the United States. I'm tilting my head. I don't know what's going on. I don't look like straight, but let me keep going. A federal judge has dismissed a major case against Donald Trump that alleged he illegally sought to overturn the 2020 election. Jack Smith, the special prosecutor who brought the criminal case against Trump, had asked to have the charges dropped, citing a Justice Department policy that bans the prosecution of a sitting president. Judge Tanya Chutkan dismissed the case without prejudice, meaning the charges could be refiled after Trump finishes his second term. Smith has also asked to have his case charging Trump with improperly storing classified documents dismissed. Remember all those documents that he had at Mar-a-Lago?